Okay, so I guess the next question probably will be, where can I get a continuous glucose monitor from? So there's multiple places that you can get a continuous glucose monitor from, whether it's there's different types out there. So I'm currently using, as I said before, the Libre Freestyle 3. Okay, they got the Libre Freestyle number 2. They got the Dexcom. I did my own research and I just decided that this is the one that I wanted because one, my top one is because of the size. I wanted to try to, hide it under my clothes, just, not be so super obvious with it. All right. So you can get these right now. I can say that not these are not approved for over the counter just yet, but I know Dexcom Stello, I believe it's Dexcom Stello, is approved for over the counter. And so you're gonna have to call around to your local pharmacies and see, if they have the Dexcom Stello, and see, how much it is. All right. So before, once I decided that I wanted it, I had read somewhere online or watched a YouTube video that's like, oh yeah, just call your pharmacy and check the cash price for it and see when you can pick it up. Well, for these, it's not that easy. And I was like, well, they're approved by the FDA. So she was the one that looked it up and told me that it's the Dexcom Stello that's approved, not the Freestyle. All right. So I called a few stores. I called CVS. I called CVS. It was a little bit hard trying to talk to someone there because you got to leave a voicemail, then they'll call you back, all that good stuff. But I eventually spoke to someone at CVS, and I also spoke to Costco. I found online that the best place to get it from was Costco if you're going to be paying cash for it. So I called around. They were saying that the cash price over at Costco for just one sensor was like $99 or something like that. But if you're getting if you're a Costco member, then it's $66, which is good. And so I was like, okay, how can I get it set up? She was like, do you have a prescription for it? I was like, no. I was told that I can get it over the counter. She was like, no, you need a prescription. And that's when I mentioned, I was like, well, they're FDA approved, yada, yada. And she did Google it. She was like, it's the Dexcom Stello that's FDA approved. I was like, well, do y'all have those in stock? And they didn't have those in stock. Okay. So once I figured out that I'm going to need a prescription for it, y'all, I started researching. I was like, you know what? Honest to God, I did not think that my doctor was going to write me a script for it. Like, hand on the Bible, I did not. I was like, she ain't gonna write me no damn prescription for this. I'm not diabetic. I'm not diabetic. It's for weight loss management. And there's so many different programs out there, you guys, where you can do it online. But I'm not gonna lie, those programs are like $220 something per month. Some of them were like closer to $200 per month, but you get your CGM and you get like a nutritionist that comes with it. So that's up to y'all. That's 100% up to y'all, and how y'all want to go back that. If y'all have the funds, if y'all have the funds to do that, then listen, by all means do that. So my story is, my doctor, she did write me a prescription. I did not think she was gonna write me a prescription, but she did write a prescription, and I got a good discount. I got a good discount for it. And remember, if your insurance does not cover these, get Good RX. Good RX. But Good RX, I think at CVS it was around about the same cost as for what's the thing called? Costco. A few more, like I think it was like $73 or something like that per 14 days. And so remember that these are like for 14 days. I don't know if y'all can see it. These are good for 14 days. So a 28-day supply is basically 2 of them. Okay. So it is a little bit of investment in your health to try to figure out your health. But I wound up paying only $79, $80 for 2 of them. Okay. Because the insurance covered like the weight management part of, the CGM. So this is good. I'm super excited. But yeah, where you guys can get it from, I would say search Freestyle Libre and then type OTC, because in all honesty, I did not think, once the Costco pharmacist was like, nah, you're gonna need a prescription, I didn't think my doctor was gonna give it to me. So I wound up going online and I wound up purchasing me 2 Freestyle Libres over the counter. They're like, oh, you can't give it over the counter, it's illegal. Listen, I purchased 2 Freestyle Libres online over the counter, and they're actually supposed to be here today. And so yeah, you can purchase these online. It's not going to be super cheap, but you have to figure out what are you trying to do with your health, or what are you trying to figure out. But some insurance will cover, some insurance will not. So it's 100% up to 100% up to your insurance company and whether, it's covered for weight loss, for weight management, or you have to 100% be diabetic or pre-diabetic or something like that. And, make sure you're up to date on your labs too. Okay. So, but yeah, there's so many different weight loss programs. Just Google CGM weight loss program or continuous glucose monitor weight loss program. Just Google it. It's a lot of them. Y'all know how it works. When you start Googling stuff, you start getting stuff on your Instagram feed and stuff like that. So this is not a sponsored video. It's a lot of them. So I would just say Google continued glucose monitor programs. I even took it upon myself. Like, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be paying for this out of pocket and I'm not paying for the nutritionist portion, I even went on like the official diabetes website and was able to take some CEU courses on understanding continuous glucose monitors. And that's just me. I'm a type of person, like, I love education. I have a higher education. I got a few degrees, so I like learning things and not just having, my doctor tell me, or a nutritionist tell me do this or do that. I want to understand 100% fully, one, what affects this and what affects that. And that's kind of sort of how I can kind of like read my chart, my continuous glucose chart, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, where can you get them from? One, you may need your doctor to write you a prescription for it, depending on where you're trying to pick it up from, or you could just get it online without a prescription. So I would say this is what I would do if it was me. I would call around your place and see how much is it to get a prescription. How much is it to get your continuous glucose monitor, and if they're going to allow you to get it with or without a prescription, ask them the cash price, and then ask them, is your insurance covered by it? Is it covered by your insurance as well? And if that's too much, y'all go online, and y'all gonna have to compare the prices. Compare the prices to what you see online, and compare the price to what what they're actually telling you, what the price is, if that makes sense, of the CGM, with a prescription. So online without a prescription, in pharmacy with a prescription. So you're gonna have to compare the cost yourself. And so it's super funny because I called Costco, and my goal was to go to Costco, pick it up, pick up my my 28-day supply. And when my doctor sent over the prescription, it was like 5 o'clock. They were closed. I called and I was like, hey, yeah, just checking to see how much how long will it take to fill my prescription? Because I knew they had it, because they sent me a message saying, hey, we got your prescription, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know these people tell me, I knew they had them because I asked them, did they have them in stock? She was like, yeah, they have them in stock. But they said that they're not accepting no new patients. I'm like, what? They're not accepting no new patients for it. So I'm just like, okay, what does that mean? They're like, basically, like, they're like, it's on back order. Because it's on back order, they're only reserving the stock that they currently have for the clients that they currently have already in their system. So I'm like, okay. So I had to call. I called CVS, and I had my well, my doctor originally sent it to CVS because that's my regular doctor. But then once I realized that it was at CVS, when I called to check on, since the doctor was going to send it, she was like, yeah, we sent it over to CVS already. And I was like, can you send it over to Costco? And they sent it over to Costco. So CVS had the prescription and Costco had the prescription as well. So thank God, when Costco told me that, the doctor's office was already closed. So I was able to call my CVS and leave a message, and my CVS around the corner couldn't fill it because they're getting ready to close and they're so busy, but the 24-hour CVS was able to fill it. So I hope I'm not rambling on. I hope you guys understand. But yeah, and I also want to point out that if you're buying these online, if you're buying any of these right here online, make sure that you're checking the lot number. Let me show you. Make sure you're checking the lot number, which is right there. I don't know. Check the lot number, because some of these, some lot numbers are on recall. So if you want to figure out which one of the ones for the Libre Freestyle 3 that are on recall, just simply just Google Libre Freestyle Freestyle 3 and go to the official site, and at the very top it'll tell you which ones that are on recall. And so I checked mine as soon as I got home, and they are not on recall. So I was actually wanting to show you guys what the inside looked like. I'm not sure if you guys saw me on camera when I first opened it and was getting ready to put it on myself. I kind of like stopped for a second. And I was just like looking like, because the filament looked a little bit long, y'all. It looked a little bit long. I was a little bit intimidated, but once I put it on, when I tell y'all this thing, it did not hurt. It did not hurt at all. So I'm gonna try to open it. Oh, can't open it. Let me do this. Oh, there we go. I'm opening it now. So it looks like this, but there's the little white device that sits in there, and then there's the actual filament. So when I take it off, I'll show you guys. And I was gonna open my other one and show y'all, but I was like, I don't wanna do that. I don't know if it's, it can't be open for a certain amount of time. So I don't want to waste it. But yeah, it pretty much looks like this, and then the thing is on the inside, and then where the circle is, that's where the filament is. And you literally put it on your arm and pop it in there, and y'all, when I tell you, I'm very surprised that it did not hurt. All right. So I hope you guys, if you guys have questions, just let me know in the comment.